Hey y'all, what's up? Hi. Yes, I am home, you guys, because I got to go to a event at my son's school today. So I went ahead and took the day off because it's going to take up most of my day. But I'm here, so let me go ahead and squeeze in my show so I can get on up to this schoolhouse. How y'all doing? Let's take this down. Hey, good morning. Hello, everybody. How are you? Let's get into the show because I got to hurry up. All right. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Hey Tiffany, my top flight for being thanks for being here, and everyone in the building. Good morning to everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. All right, first topic. First topic for those of you that love to take your kids on Disney cruises, or if you've been on a Disney cruise, child, there's some stuff going on that we got to talk about. Okay, I've never been on a Disney cruise. I haven't been on any cruise, to be honest. I told you how I feel about cruises. I'm still praying about it. All right. But shout out to the shade room on this one. Disney cruise ship staffers among 28 are detained in a child exploitation investigation. Not on the Disney cruise, right? Now, U.S. Customs and Border Protection (CBP) detained multiple cruise ship crew members as part of an investigation into child sexual exploitation materials, according to reports, you guys. Now, as reported by various, that authorities boarded 8 cruise ships docked in San Diego between April 23rd and April 27th and detained 28 crew members. Child. Now, officials says that 28 of them were linked to the receipts, possessions, distribution, or viewing of illegal material. Now, the individuals who are from several countries are being returned to their home nations, according to CBP. Now, reports indicate that one of the ships involved was operated by Disney. Let me find out Disney is in some bullshit. Now, they said in a statement, Disney said that it has zero tolerance or a zero tolerance policy for this type of behavior and fully cooperated with law enforcement. Now, the company added that most of those detained were not its employees, and any who were are no longer with the company. Now, what was brought to my attention is that there was some sex trafficking going on these ships, as well as child pornography that was found out on these said ships as well. So that's not a good look for Disney, for their names to be attached to such crimes, right? That's not a good look for Disney's name to be attached to such crimes, because y'all know the weather is starting to be nice. The kids are getting ready to be out of school. People are setting up vacations. Disney cruises definitely, I'm pretty sure, is at the top of a lot of people's list. If you have kids and you want to take them somewhere really nice or fun this summer, probably not so much now after hearing this, with several cruises or several ships who were involved in this. And then, of course, like I said, with Disney's name being thrown around in this, I get it. They said they have a zero tolerance policy, but obviously you guys are not adhering to said policy. If 28 crew members were said to have been involved in such offenses, right? Imagine you've been on a cruise ship on vacation with your children and your child is involved in some type of sex exploitation. Like, it's not a good look. So definitely beware. Definitely do your homework, of course, before you spend up all that money, because I hear cruises are very expensive. Again, I haven't been on one. I'm still praying about it. Okay. I'm still praying about it. But let's continue on. For those of you who are renters or you rent properties, this may be some good news for some of you. Shout out to Yes Black. This says that new Houston apartment rule, if you live in the Houston area, puts pressure on landlords and fines up to $2,500 a day for landlords who refuse to fix things. Now, we've talked about several instances on the show where they call them slumlords, where they rent out properties. We saw the one in New York where the young woman with the older lady was talking about rat infestation, right? Where there were rats all up and through her home. Y'all know rats are nasty. And then too, there were some things that needed to be fixed. We talked about several other topics where people were renting spaces or homes from people, and they're not fixing things that need to be fixed because, hey, they feel like, I got your rent money now, I don't got to fix shit, right? You didn't say you can't trust nobody. You can't. But let's go ahead and listen to this and get into This particular topic here is giving Ashford Court Apartments and then Fusion at the Rye 3030. Now, this looks like an upscale place, so you wouldn't think that they would not be fixing things, but then again, slumlords are everywhere. Let's get into this topic, and then we're going to do our comment.
If you're a renter here in Houston, pay close attention. City Hall just made a massive move that could change your quality of life for years to come. The city basically waited for you to call them with a problem before they had to step in. But after a string of really horrific stories at local apartment complexes, that's officially changing. Fox 26's Sherman DeSalle live for us tonight at City Hall. Sherman.
Yeah, good evening, Anthony. So we've all seen the footage of a lot of different apartment complexes in Houston, mold, broken plumbing, a lot of unsafe or unsanitary conditions. But under this new ordinance passed today, this is going to give a complete overhaul to that. So instead of waiting for a tenant to complain, the city's creating a red list of high-risk properties. They'll be sending inspectors in unannounced areas to catch these issues before they become a crisis. And the city's putting some real teeth behind this. We're talking fines of up to $2,500 a day.
So if you're a renter here in Houston,
so instead of you having to continue to keep complaining, running to the news station, drawing out all these complaints about different houses, because you know people are renting houses, apartments, condos, whatever the case may be, they're sending the city is sending out their own people to do random checks at a lot of these apartment complexes, and some of these issues that have not been addressed after they've already come out to inspect these said places, they're going to be fined $2,500 a day. That's going to get some shit fixed, right? That needs to be everywhere, not just Houston. Maybe this problem is probably huge in Houston, but let's continue.
To refuse to fix things after they've been reported. In the worst case scenarios, the city can even pull their permit to operate entirely.
Of course, it's not a cure-all, but it's definitely a huge step, a couple of steps in the right direction. And we anticipate this item coming back to council for us to then look at the data.
It's really about compliance. We want them to cure the problems that they are having with tenants in these apartment complexes. We want to allow them the time to do that, but we want them to understand that this is a serious concern.
Yeah, so a lot of tenants tend to not speak up because they're afraid that they may get evicted or dealing with some type of retaliation from the landlord. So this is an effort to protect those tenants. Anthony?
and you know, Sherman, we've been following the story for quite some time, and this is what a lot of folks wanted, something like this in terms of enforcement. So what should residents be doing to help the city make?
All right, let's pause. Now, city officials, as I just said, just approved new inspection rules that could fine landlords up to $2,500 a day for ignoring serious issues like plumbing, electrical, and structural problems. They said tenants across Houston have been speaking up about unsafe living conditions, bug maintenance issues, unexplained fees, and repairs allegedly going ignored for long periods of time. So you have a lot of these places that will just take your money and will hound you about the rent. But then when you call them about something that needs to be fixed, they will drag their feet or not do shit at all. And they continue to take your money and throw out all these expensive fees. They don't keep the grounds as they should. Of course, if you're in an apartment, it's their job to make sure that they annually call the, Orkin out to spray for bugs and infestations and things like that. Of course, if you're having plumbing problems, they should also fix that. That's one of the things about being a landlord. If you have properties, I know about that because I have properties as well. You have to fix those things. And if you don't, you can definitely be sued. They are called, tenant rights, right? Tenants do have rights as well. And if a person decides to break their lease and move out, then it kind of, you're losing out on rent. And then that's not a good look for you to have to still go in and fix that before you can get someone else to come in there anyway. So you might as well just fix the shit because it's going to cost you more on the back end. So that's a great thing that Houston is putting in place or implementing for their properties there or for the landlords having to step up and do what needs to be done. All right. So that's a great thing. They need to put that worldwide, honey. Right. Mm-hmm. Moving right along. Now we've been talking about, now they named this girl that took Stefan Diggs to court, Chef BBL. So we're gonna I guess refer to her as that because that's the name they've given her now. I think they said he paid for a BBL for her. He sure was looking at it in court when she walked by him after testifying on the stand. But fans dropped a timeline, you guys, between Chef BBL, Jamila Adams, Cardi B, and Stefan Diggs drama. Now, I told you guys yesterday she went live to talk about some of the things that was going on. And she also put Cardi B out there to say, oh, I witnessed him talking crazy to you. And, you know, he's been verbally abusive to you. Da, 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 da. So let's get into this timeline. Shout out to Live Bites in terms of how these incidents occurred and when. All right. Now they're saying December 2nd of 2025 is where the alleged strangulation incident occurred between Chef BBL and Stefan Diggs. Right now, between December 3rd and the 7th of 2025, they said that Cardi B and Stefan Diggs connected to Art Basel Miami events, social circles, as public speculation and online discussions around them began increasing. December 15th, they're saying that Cardi B and Stefan Diggs publicly appeared together at Diggs' Winter Wonderland Wellness and Community event at the Gillette Stadium. December 16th, the chef, the one who took him to court, walks into the Dedham Police Department and gives a statement. Now, if you guys can see up here where my mouse is moving, December the 2nd is when she says that he choked her out. December 16th is when she goes into the police station to file a police report. That's a space, right? That's a long space. Why wait that long, right? December 20th, additional police contact and messages are discussed. December 21st, Cardi B linked to Diggs again during the Patriots versus Ravens game. You guys remember that when she wound up leaving early because his baby mamas was showing up, right? Now, December 22nd through the 23rd is where a decision was made to proceed with charges and legal escalation. There's a lot of time lapse in there where this incident occurred. Right now, mind you, it happened December 2nd. All the way down here, December 22nd is when a decision is made to proceed with charges, right? It's a little while. Now, December 28th, they're saying Cardi B publicly supports Diggs at the Patriots versus Jets game when Chanel, y'all remember all of that, when she had on the brown, I think it was like the Chanel brown outfit. Okay, December 30th through 31st, a police report and media leak cycle intensifies publicly. Okay. Of course, Mother's Day, Cardi B appears at Stefan Diggs' Mother's Day event, which we just saw, okay? We just saw that where he was hugged all up on her. Now, of course, they're saying she demanded $5.5 million after the DC concert pop out. And after Mother's Day, she's making accusations against Cardi, as we just talked about yesterday, where she is saying Cardi was also being verbally abused by Stefan Diggs, and she witnessed it. But you know, Cardi is still all up in his face and still deciding to date him publicly. They said that the chef has a history of creating chaos the day after the pop out, which we've seen that. Okay, she's starting to go live every day. I noticed as well, you guys. She's starting to go live every day. Give me a second. I wanted to pull up something. Silly me, I'm rushing this morning so I get to my son's event. But thank you guys for all coming in. If it seems a little too rushed for you guys, y'all let me know. Okay, I'm just trying to get you guys this news that I know y'all can use. All right, so I'm actually in the right place. I wanted to play just a little bit. She went live yesterday showing herself working out. It's given she wants a lot of attention. I'm just going to play a little bit of her shenanigans and bullshit, because she's not letting this go. I told you guys yesterday, day before, that I feel like she's gearing up to a civil lawsuit, is why she is coming out so public and speaking out so much about this Stefan Diggs situation. I really hope she let it go, because girl, it's over. Let's get into a live bites. I'm gonna play just a little bit of her live.
You know, the way he treated you when you were pregnant, the way he talked to you when you were pregnant, the way that the same people that has defended him in this know how he treated you while you were pregnant and how he was to you when you were pregnant.
She's speaking on Cardi B.
Will always be something I will never understand. The way he treated you in the delivery room, the way he treated you after the baby, the same person that abused you abused me. And our text messages show how he belittled you, how he spoke to you. I remember one particular night, and you know the night that I'm talking about. That night, it happened to you. That's not my story to tell.
Why bring it up?
Once again, I apologize. And I hope one day you face the music. And that's all I have to say about that.
Again, why do you care? We talked about this yesterday, right? Cardi's an adult. If she wants to be with somebody who she sees as abusive, maybe she like that. Who knows? But it's given that you care a little bit more about the situation than you should. Okay, it's like now I'm on the outside looking in, and now I'm going to talk until I get the attention that I feel I deserve. And at this point, it just doesn't make sense anymore. Like, you don't need to go live every day to blast anyone and tell secrets and all of this stuff that, you know, you witnessed while you were there. You're no longer an employee, so it's kind of giving non-factor at this point. Okay, Cardi doesn't care about this, I'm pretty sure. And all that's going to happen is if you continue to speak, especially about her, because y'all know Cardi don't have a problem lawyering up. She's gonna probably file a cease and desist on you, and probably file a harassment lawsuit. She can do that, harassment charges. Or she's probably going to get her attorneys to shut you the fuck up, right? She do have some pretty good attorneys, and you don't have the money to box with her in terms of financial. So if I were you, I would just let this shit go, right? Let them be together if that's what they choose to do. I don't think it has anything to do with you anymore, all right? You a side piece anyway, just like everybody else. Play your position and move the fuck on. Moving on, honey, all right? Let's get into this. I want to do a little bit of this interview with Lil Fizz from B2K, where he has now admitted that he was wrong for dating Omarion's ex, baby mama now, because they have 2 children together. April, y'all remember April from Love and Hip Hop? And April is, like I said, the mother. She mothers or has 2 children with Omarion. Okay, but she wound up dating his bandmate Lil Fizz, which is seen right here. I remember Omarion saying in an interview that he and Fizz will never be the same. They were like brothers coming up, and for him to date his baby's mother, and publicly, he said that that was like a slap in the face for him. I thought it was gross, but anyway, let's get into it. Shout out to Golden Story.
Being a part of a group, how do you make money? Does everybody get the equal percentage? Is it
if it's 100% and it's 4 members, it's 25% apiece?
And that's how it's always been. It's never been a time where Omarion does his.
No. And now O has been out for 20 plus years past us. Mm-hmm. So whatever he's getting, he's deserving of it. It's not something that we question or, oh, he's making more. Like, bro been in this business way longer, doing what he's supposed to do, having success and being who he is. So he deserves that.
You guys are in a great place today. How did that journey get to what it is now?
I've said it before. It's not like I went on a limb and is begging for forgiveness or anything like that. It's just about action and who you are as a person. I can be accountable for who I was at that time. I was in a fucked up position just mentally. Where I am today, I feel like how we healed is just on my actions and what I display as a person, as a human to him. Like, I take accountability every night on stage because as a man, I should do that. And I should let him know how sorry I really am for that. That was some fucked up shit. That was some asshole shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as a brother, I never wanted to hurt him as a person. I was just, like I said, in a really fucked up position mentally.
People appreciate your accountability. Who was the orchestrator to help behind it?
Why Cam got on these tight ass shorts with these pink sneakers, y'all? What the hell he be having on?
Scenes that's like, no, we got to make this right.
I think it was myself, honestly. 2021. I didn't have O's number at the time. I had Boog and Raz though. I called them over to my house and I just apologized to both of them for putting them in the position that I felt like I put them in because they're a part of the group as well. My actions affect them. We kind of built on a relationship from there. And then O was having a performance in LA. Raz was with me. He was like, yo, let's go to the show. And I'm like, all right, let's go. But let's call O's team and see if they're accepting of us coming. I don't want to just pop up like that. So they said, yeah, come on through. When we got there, they were like, yo, I want to share a moment with y'all on stage if y'all cool with that. And I'm like, yeah, this is perfect time. It's time for me to take accountability. And
I remember he apologized to him on stage. I remember seeing that. That was big of him to do that, for being with April and being so public and acting so asinine about the situation, because that really did hurt Omarion, and they were like brothers. So for him to do that and for him to publicly apologize in front of a whole like stadium full of people, I felt that it was genuine because I actually saw the apology. So shout out to him for doing that.
Apologize. No matter how it ends up going, you know, if he accepts it or not. But as a man and having a son, I got to be an example for him and show him how to move as a man. And when you're wrong, you're wrong. I was like, let me take this opportunity to really apologize. Just put it all out on the table. Like, I was whack, bro.
It wouldn't be right if I didn't take this moment, bro, to publicly apologize to you, man. I did some fucked up shit to my brother. Some snake ass shit. No, I'm not
Shout out to Brits Block in the building.
proud of it, man. So I want to sit here humbly and sincerely apologize to you for any turmoil or dysfunction I caused between you and your family, bro. It's all good, man. Thank you.
I love
Being a part of a group, how do
All right, let's stop it there. Accountability. Accountability is something everybody don't like accountability, but in this moment right here, I felt that that was a genuine apology. The boys were able to come back. Well, men, because they're men. I just see them as boys, but they were able to come back together as bandmates, as brothers, tour together, perform together, and it just hit different with them being on stage. You could tell that there was a disconnect between them when they would perform, when this situation was going on, but that public apology, it kind of hit in a different space for Omarion to where they can all collectively be a group again, and people not be able to see the tear in their relationship. So I appreciated that, right? Said said sound like a woman's scorn. No, don't say that. I enjoy seeing them apologize. I really like that because I like the group. I do like Omarion and B2K. I do. I'm a huge fan of them. But so shout out to them. Shout out to Lil Fizz for stepping up and doing that because that's huge. Let's get into this Jamie Foxx news. Now, Jamie Foxx said he ain't messing with no Becky's no more. But this Negro done stepped out at 60 years old, mind you, and has announced that he is expecting a baby. Mind you, he has a 30-something-year-old daughter. Now, Jamie Foxx just announced that he and Elise Huckstep are allegedly expecting a baby. So he's got a baby on the way, right? They said, do she gangbang? Why would you ask that? Why do she gangbang? Do she get trains ran on her? Is that what you're asking? Anywho, so what do you think about that? Y'all know Jamie Foxx was out of the limelight for a while because he had a life-threatening incident, right? A lot of people thought he was not going to make it. But baby, he came through and now he's doing well. Obviously, if he out here making babies, right? I think he's out of the woods now. Shit. But he has announced that he is expecting a baby with his Becky girlfriend, so to speak, who is, I read, 32 years old. She's like 32, 33. Jamie Foxx just turned 60. I don't know what he's going through, maybe a midlife crisis or something. I don't know. But I guess congratulations are in order because all babies are truly a blessing. But he did say in one of his comedy specials that he was not messing with Becky's no more, that he loved a beautiful black woman, but you are out here still procreating with white women. I don't know. But again, you can put your schlong wherever you choose to, but don't make said announcements and then, get some of the black women in the black community excited. Not me, because I don't see you as fine, but, and then be out there on that type of shit, right? A lot of people had some things to say. Let's look at some of these comments. They said, now, Eric, I know you fucking lying. Somebody else said, whoa, that's a big personal milestone for him. Jamie Foxx has had quite a journey. And mind you, these are from Twitter. Another person said that he did that comeback special and told those black people that he wasn't dating white women no more. I just told y'all. So he was like, Ninja said psych. Okay, like psych. Let me get one more. One more Becky for the road, okay? Oh, that's my homegirl. Shout out to her. Ashley Miller. Okay, shout out to her. If y'all watch her, she's a content creator as well. I love her. She's funny as hell. All right. So shout out to her. Shout out to Ashley. Said that Jamie ain't never said a bad word about black women, though. Said that he dated his snow bunnies in silence. Yikes. Okay, he do love him a snow bunny or two, though. They said Jamie Foxx's daughter is 32, as I just told y'all. Imagine being told that you're about to have a newborn sibling at 32, right? Weird. Jamie Foxx is going to be a dad again. As it says that this is the kind of positive energy that we love to see. Do we? Wishing Jamie and Elise nothing but the best on this journey. I mean, yeah, I wish them the best. I don't wish nothing bad on them. Babies are a blessing, like I said. They said, well, if we ever needed further proof that he wasn't cloned, Exhibit A. Y'all know a lot of rumors were going around that he was cloned, and so on and so on. We're not going to read them all, but what do you guys think? Sound off on Jamie Foxx at 60 announcing that he has a baby on the way, child, with a Becky. Again, date whoever you want, okay? But don't make announcements that you ain't going to be with white women no more and then go out here and be having babies with white women. It just gives, shout out to the Girls Are Fighting. We have update on this DL Whisperer and T.S. Madison news. He does have his day in court coming up. Y'all know when he went live before, he was saying they still haven't given me a court date. I'm still sitting in here. I'm losing weight. And I think he said he was vegan. They're not giving him a vegan menu in jail. I'm like, do they have those? I don't think you can go to jail and request a vegan menu. You got to eat whatever the fuck they give you. But I guess, okay, I don't know. So DL Whisperer fights to exclude social media and video evidence in the T.S. Madison case. Now, I don't know how they're going to do that because most of the evidence is via social media. You were seen in videos driving 2 hours, mind you, to T.S. Madison's house to make threats, and you was heard on said threats saying that you were going to beat T.S. Madison's ass, among other things. You were seen driving around the cul-de-sac in her neighborhood, et cetera, on live. So I'm pretty sure they're going to use that footage because it's out there, right? But his defense, they're asking the judge to exclude or limit that information. So let's get into it. In the filings, the defense is asking the judge to exclude or limit the state's use of social media screenshots, video content, and prior online interactions. Now, the argument is that this material should not be shown to a jury because it is being used to suggest a pattern of behavior rather than directly proving the specific allegations tied to the case. Unfortunately for him, I don't think that's going to work. T.S. Madison is going to push for said evidence to be shown in court because this is why she filed the lawsuit against you in the first place. You came to her home. That is seen on video. So she's definitely going to push for that to be seen. And that was not the first interaction with her that you had. So I'm pretty sure she has a mountain of evidence that she is going to display in court, which is not going to be a good look for you. You were heard in videos threatening this person, right? I'm just saying. Now, a major point of contention is whether the state can properly authenticate the digital evidence it intends to use. Now, the defense says that the prosecution has provided screenshots allegedly taken from social media, but has not produced supporting metadata. I think I said it right. Let's continue. Now, that includes timestamps, device information, geolocation data, and chain of custody records that would verify when and how the content was captured. All right. Now, without that technical information, the defense argues that there is no reliable way to confirm whether the images have been altered, taken out of context, or accurately preserved. Now, based on that, they are asking that the courts either to compel production of the missing metadata or to exclude the evidence entirely. They ain't gonna do that. They're not excluding no evidence. Now, the motions also seek to prevent the state from introducing evidence of prior online interaction between the parties, arguing that anything occurring before the temporary protective order should be considered irrelevant and unfairly character of evidence. Shit. Okay. Now, the dispute began online after Palmer posted commentary reacting to T.S. Madison's interview with Neely Leaks, during which he misgendered Madison. Okay. Y'all know his mouth is very filthy. All right. He be saying some crazy shit. Now, the situation then escalated into increasingly hostile online exchanges, including alleged threats, as I just told you guys, directed at T.S. Madison. Now, the conflict further escalated when Palmer allegedly, which is DL Whisper, okay, Palmer, allegedly shared a video appearing to show him driving past T.S. Madison's home in Georgia. Mind you, they said that was a 2-hour commute from his home to her home. So that was kind of premeditated, right? You had plenty of time to say, you know what? Maybe this ain't a good idea. Let me turn my ass around and go the fuck home. No, you drove 2 hours. It's like you thought about that shit the whole 2 hours of what you were going to say, what you were going to do when you probably saw this person. Thank God she didn't come out of the house. It probably would have been a bad situation because you did say in the video that you was going to beat her ass, right? So you went there with the idea of if you saw this person that it was going to be up and stuck, right? So he definitely has a very, very interesting case ahead of him. I hope that they don't give him a whole lot of time, but then again, you know, you can't be threatening people. You got to watch what you say, right? You got to watch what you say. All right, give me 1 second, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So let's get into this next topic because this person here, you guys may have seen her on social media on shows. She's been on Love and Hip Hop Miami. She is very close friends to Claudia Jordan, as well as Claudia's friend who also has a baby with comedian Michael Blackstone Rada and a few other celebrities. Okay, she was at one point recently and briefly dating Lil Fizz from the group B2K. All right, they went on a few dates or so. Let's get into it. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant says that the university closure wiped out records linked to her doctorate degree. All right. Now, I made some notes. Okay, yeah. I made some notes. And usually I don't like notes, but I didn't want to leave nothing out. So y'all bear with me, okay? Now, pretty much what's going on here is people are questioning her credentials. She says she has a doctorate degree. She's yet to prove that. All right. She's been on several interviews where people have asked her questions about this doctorate program that she said that she was in. Y'all know you get a doctorate, you got to go to school for a long, long time. Shit, right? But she's been running around saying she's this therapist. She's this, doctorate of whatever the case may be. Okay. She have been getting a lot of backlash for that. A lot of people saying she was lying. She's been on the Breakfast Club talking about this. She was also on Joe Budden's podcast as well, where they questioned if she was being truthful about her credentials. All right, like you should be able to show that. They should be able to verify that at any college or institution, right? I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to multitask. I have a lot going on here. Okay. Jesus. All right. Back to it. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, if we could call her that, is speaking out after weeks of online criticism and questions surrounding her academic background. Now, during a recent appearance on The Breakfast Club, Bryant addressed claims about people being unable to locate her dissertation or doctorate records online. Now, according to Bryant, the issue stemmed from the closure of Argosy University, okay, the school where she says she completed her doctoral program. Now, Bryant explains that she discovered that the university had shut down when she attempted to retrieve official transcripts while applying for a teaching opportunity at a law school years ago. I smell fish, and usually that's because something's fishy, okay? And I did shower this morning, so that's not me. But anyway, so the conversation comes after older clips from Bryant's appearance on the Joe Budden podcast resurfaced, where she was on there talking about, oh, I'm a doctor. She loves to big herself up. I'm a doctor. So her claim to fame is she's been running around telling people that she is this professional relationship advisor, so to speak, okay? But she ain't got no man, can't keep no man, ain't never been married, don't have no children, like nothing that she preaches to other people, she can't like produce on her own, right? And not to say she has to be married, because not everybody want to be married. Marriage is not for everyone. But if you're giving relationship advice, at least your relationships should, kind of mirror what the advice that you're giving other people. Y'all get where I'm coming from? All right. So in the viral clip, Bryant explains that she no longer practices under a license and instead works privately with clients paying out of pocket rather than billing insurance providers. A lot of people will do that. I know Dr. Jackie does that to where they don't take insurance. They want you to just give them straight pay, which they don't have to wait until insurance finally cut the check to pay for said services. So I think Dr. Heavenly does that as well. She doesn't take insurance, I hear. So that's not uncommon, all right, for different providers to do that. Now, her comments quickly divided social media users, with supporters defending her transparency, while critics continued questioning her educational background and professional qualifications. My thing is, if I went to school, because that's very expensive, all right, you got to take out grants, loans. That is if you don't have, financial whatever in order to, financial aid or whatever is, school period to go to college. I'm in college, so I know. But I went to school on a scholarship, so I didn't have to worry about it. All my shit was paid for by via scholarship. But if you're going to school for a doctorate degree, that's years and years and years of schooling. So I don't see why a person would say that, they are no longer trying to be a doctor and all of this other stuff that she was saying, that she just wants to be a, what's the word she called it? Let me go back. Because I want to make sure that I quote this right. An advisor. Like, I'm not going to go to school for umpteen years and then just say, fuck that doctorate degree. I'm just going to be an advisor, right? Because walking in the door to any job and you say, I have a doctorate degree, I mean, immediately your pay, it should be here and not here, right? pay where you weigh. That's how I say shit. You walking in it, that's why you go to school, so that you can get better pay in certain jobs. So it's great for you to work privately, that's okay, but to totally I guess she's not being transparent, which is what a lot of people are saying, and they think that she's lying about her credentials, because now she's saying that she just wants to be a, what's the word? Hold on. A life coach. She wants to be an expert life coach. Now, when asked, after being asked, so you're unlicensed and unqualified, they asked her that on a podcast, and this was her response. All right. She says that I'm the most sought out, what is that? Psychology expert life coach. So that's the title that she's given herself after she says she went to school for all of these years to be a doctor or get a doctorate. Okay. She says, I don't need a license for that, sweetie. Okay. But you kind of do, right? Now, I know in order to be a life coach, I don't think you need a license to be a life coach. I don't think. But why would you want to reduce yourself to just being a life coach if you went to school all of these years to be to get a doctorate degree is my question. I just don't see why that would be relevant for you to do so in terms of just getting your own practice, either if you want to rent a building or even maybe, a room in your house or something like that, or at some building that you would want to go to offer your services to said person. If you're being paid for this, I don't know why you just want to be a life coach versus, I guess, working in the field that you say you went to school for all these years. And then when people are asking for paperwork from the school that you went to, all of a sudden the school has shut down, and all of a sudden they've lost your credentials. All right. So a lot of people saying that they feel she lied about that. Okay. She says that the university is no longer open and that they wiped out all of her credentials. I don't know how that's possible. Have you guys ever heard of that? Now we know schools close down all the time, but is it just absolutely nowhere that you can find your credentials that you went to said school and that you graduated and that you do carry a certain degree from said school? I just feel like that's something weird about that. I feel like she lied about it, and that she's constantly trying to tell another lie to cover up that lie. That's what it's giving me. I don't know. Y'all know what y'all think about it. All right. We talked about that. Hold on. I did want to tell y'all about Wendy Williams' husband, and I actually wrote that one up too. Yeah, here you go. Okay. So Wendy Williams' husband, you guys, Kevin Hunter. Let's get off this topic here. Y'all put in there what y'all think. I feel like she's lying. I'm sorry. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but bitch, it should be somewhere you can find your credentials, right? What up, friend shows? Good morning, team. Right, retention of records said that they have to keep your records. Absolutely, Cassandra. Okay, absolutely. Tell them, because this girl here, I said, girl, let me find out you out here damn lying. Most sought after psychologist. Girl, bye. Okay. So let's get into this Wendy Williams information. As you guys know, Wendy Williams and her husband, Kevin Hunter, got divorced after finding out for 10 long years he was dating this girl named Sharina Hudson. He was stealing money from Wendy. Let me put the picture up. This is Sharina. Okay. Of course, that's Kevin. That's Wendy back in the day, child. But this is Serena. We can get into some stuff, all right, that I pulled up most recently. Wendy Williams' husband, Kevin Hunter, you guys, is said to be MIA. Can't nobody find his ass. You know why? Now, he filed a $250 million lawsuit against Wendy and her production company and lost. Now, they're saying after losing his court battle, after suing Wendy, Kevin, honey, is said to be dodging loan sharks. Now, he's taking out all these loans, but he ain't paid them. So they after his ass, among other people. Now, they said, and he even, of course, lost his home due to not being able to pay homeowners fees, right? He also lost several cars due to non-payments, and they were repossessed because that money got stopped. Now, he was receiving, shortly after his divorce, he was receiving spousal support from Wendy. Now, Wendy and her attorneys went back and submitted and filed another motion at which his money got stopped for whatever reason, okay? Now, he kept filing motions to try to have it overturned. They did not. So he started having money problems. Then he was saying he's had all these health issues. He needed hip replacement. Mind you, the motherfucker had just made a baby, right? So he and Sharina do share a baby girl together, which the daughter now, I want to say probably is about 6, 7, maybe years old. But anyway, so the spousal support payments were stopped, okay, by Wendy's team and by the courts, of course. All right. And the home that The home that Kevin purchased for the side piece Serena Hudson, which was coincidentally down the street from Wendy's house. I said, you are a bold motherfucker to take my money, number one, okay, steal my money, and then buy your side bitch a house down the street from my house. Right? You're like, you bold for that shit. So anyway, that house has been lost, okay? In addition to, so it seems like everything that he took from Wendy during the time he was messing with her, karma, I always say to people, karma does not have an expiration date, okay? When you do wrong to people, just because the shit don't happen today, tomorrow, or maybe next year, it's coming. And when it does, don't be crying. Don't be asking people to pray for you. Pray my strength in the Lord while I get. No, I'm not praying for you. This is your karma. Sit in your karma. People need to understand, I'm not praying for you when you're going through karma, okay? I'm going to go into my closet and say, Lord, is this karma? So I don't be wasting no prayers, right? I want you to feel this karma. I want you to feel what you have initiated on other people. Is that mean? I don't care. People deserve that. Some people deserve not to get no prayers when they going through their shit. When they just do some gutter bullshit to people and then they want people to feel sorry for them and play victim. I don't feel sorry for Kevin. I do not feel sorry for Serena Hudson because Kevin, your bald-headed Ninja Turtle looking ass should have stayed right there with Wendy. That's where the money is. Like, how the fuck do you leave millions? Y'all know how much money Wendy Williams was making per year being on her show? She was the boss. So how the fuck you leave the boss and be with somebody that's below the boss, right? This girl had nothing. Everything that she acquired was from the boss. So it's like you are bossing in reverse, so to speak, right? So this girl literally had to wait until you got your spousal support check so she could come out here and floss and get her Gucci bags and be Gucci down to the socks on Wendy's dime. But thank God Wendy Williams woke up, baby, because y'all know she was going through some medical stuff herself when all of this was going on. Thank God she woke up and was able to see what the fuck this man was doing. Like, under her nose, you were cheating with this girl for over 10 years. They were seen publicly on beaches, on vacations, on Wendy's dime while Wendy was at home suffering medical issues. She was going through drinking issues. She was depressed. She was going through all of this, but he didn't give no fucks. But then when you lose all of this money and you get down and out and you losing your house, your cars and everything else, of course, she left Kevin. She don't want him. Why? Because he ain't got no money, right? You done had this baby. You think, oh my God, I'm really in there like swimwear now because I done had this baby by him. Guess what? He can't even pay you child support because he ain't got no money. So now he's hiding out from people that he owe, including you. He got no fucking job because he is claiming that he's disabled and need hip replacement. Your hips work when you made the baby. You was bald deep and bitches out here. But now that you ain't got no money, let's continue. Now, his side piece, Serena Hudson, also lost her vegan restaurant in Florida and other businesses that she opened up with Wendy Williams' money. Y'all hear that? Mm-hmm. Now, he purchased an $80,000 engagement ring for her. Of course, she's not marrying his ass. I feel like she pawned that ring, okay? Because she broke as a joke right now as well. All right. Now, they're also saying that Serena Hudson and her daughter that she had with Kevin Hunter, they now moved in with her mother because she also lost her place to stay as well. See how the Lord be working? I love karma, honey. Karma will spin the block on your ass. And that's exactly what his ass get. So as of right now, the both of them don't have shit. And they were living the high life off of Wendy's money. And I thank God that Wendy did not allow her medical issues to just completely wipe her out. Because y'all do know that she does have a person that handles all of her money situations. And that was a good thing at the time as well, because Kevin was really trying to remove that person out of the way to say, hey, that's my wife. Like, let me make decisions for her, because he wanted to be able to be 100% over all of the millions that Wendy currently has, right? So thank God for that. But what do y'all think about that? So they literally lost everything, and the people are looking for Kevin because he owes everyone for loans and things that he's taken out that he's not kept his word on. What y'all think? Let me know. All right. Did I have one more? I do have one more. All right. Drew Sidora. Drew Sidora is also in my news. This is going to be the last topic, you guys, and then we're going to end the video, okay? Drew Sidora and Ralph, of course, from Real Housewives of Atlanta, is saying that, that there's continuing to have issues, and that the real reason that Ralph retaliated by filing a motion against Drew to snatch the kids and have her moved out of the home is because he was saying that they had an order in place by a judge in terms of visitations and when Ralph can have the kids and when Drew was supposed to have the kids. Ralph is not supposed to come from the basement and upstairs without the permission of Drew. It sounded like he was breaking those rules as well. She was breaking rules. The two of them were breaking rules, right? But Ralph, of course, one-upped her and filed a motion getting Drew kicked out of the house to where she has to be out by May 31st. We already know that date is approaching, but Ralph also filed in that same motion that Drew was blocking him from seeing the kids. Now, how are you blocked from seeing the kids when you're in the fucking basement in the same house that the kids are seen in? Because Drew was saying he does come upstairs, that he's able to use the stove, that he's able to use the microwave. The kids are there. So why would you file a motion saying, oh, she won't let me see the kids when you are walking around the house whenever you feel like it? It sounds like, hell, we've seen videos and pictures where Ralph and Drew were in the kitchen cooking together and he was feeding her, putting food in her mouth, and the kids are there. So my thing is, why would you then retaliate and then go file a motion saying Drew's blocking me from seeing the kids? Oh, and by the way, she don't take them to school when they're supposed to, and the kids have missed all these days from school. Can y'all put her out of the house and make sure she's out by May 31st? Right? Right. And then of course y'all know about the whole foreclosure thing where she's saying that he's refusing to pay payments on their home, mortgage payments on their home, to where their house now is facing foreclosure. Thanks for putting that in there, Katrina Taylor. All right, at which we've also talked about that as well. Ralph, I keep telling y'all, is Martell 2.0, right? These niggas don't want the kids. They just don't want the wives to have them because child support is attached when said children are given to the mothers. Typically, children will go with the mothers first, but it's usually hard for a man to take a woman's children away unless she just owns some fuck shit and she's just a trash ass mama. All right. Like, you really got to one up a person, like, for real, to take their kids away from them. Drew, I don't know what the hell you were not doing that you should have been doing to where Ralph was able to go into a court of law and take the children from you, even though it's temporarily, okay? We also know that Croy was able to do the same thing to Kim. Kim got to take parental classes, right? Because she's been that much of a sucky parent. But back to Drew and Ralph, it's something that's not connecting there when it comes to the two of them, to where Ralph is acting like Santa Claus, making a fucking list and checking it twice. And I feel like he has like a notebook where he's writing down all of these things, date, time, and all of that, to be able to present, you know, in terms of motions to the court to one up Drew. Drew has her ass, she has her head up this guy Black's ass, and she's so focused on everything else that she's not really focusing on the fact that Ralph is looking for any way in to be able to destroy her. And you have some men out there that have the mentality of, if I can't have you, I'd rather destroy you or see you destroyed if I can't have you. That's not love. That's control. That's psycho behavior, right? And that's what Ralph gives. That's the same thing Martell was giving when it became his relationship with Melody. He didn't want her no more. Hell, he was with many women, including Ariana. You had a whole baby with this girl. But the mentality of, if I can't have you, then I'd rather destroy you or see you destroyed. And that's what it was given, right? Right? Briss Block birthdays today. Happy birthday, love. Y'all give her some birthday shout outs in the chat. Briss Block, that's the homie, okay? Briss Block, she's a female who created our music for our channel here, okay? Our theme song for the channel. So shout out to her. We'll play that today in her honor to definitely thank her again. But y'all give her some birthday shout outs, okay? For Briss Block. All right, she is a content creator, so you guys check her out. She has some great stuff over there as well. But like I said, Ralph appears to have been keeping records on Drew, but he did file in his motions that she was keeping the kids away from him, and I just don't see how that's possible when you guys are literally in the same house. And Drew have already said that Ralph do come from the basement whenever he feels like it. So neither one of them are following rules that were set by the courts, and hence the reason why they continue to be going back and forth to court. But what do y'all think about that? Because the order did say that the two of them were to split the children, the time with the children. Right now, Ralph does have the kids. I want to say a week or so ago, he did take the kids on a really nice vacation. And Drew, of course, she's just, I don't know, she should be packing. I said that the other day, because she got to be out by the 31st. I hope she's found a place for she and her oldest son, because yeah, she got to get out according to the courts. That sucks. That's going to be a hard thing for her children, her younger children. I know she has a daughter. I know there was a video on one of her pages where her daughter, she was laid across the bed and her daughter was crying because she wanted Drew to spend some time with her or to be at some event or something like that. And Drew's like, mommy got to go to work. And she was really emotional. So think about how that's going to make her feel, as well as their other child with Drew not being in the home, not being there. Because, you know, girls, they gravitate towards their mother. She needs her mother. So I don't think Ralph was really thinking about that when he made that decision to file a motion to have her be kicked out of the house, right? I don't think it's that serious. I don't think she's abusing the kids. But then again, speaking of abuse, she did say she had a video where Ralph beat the hell out of their son. And that he left welts behind and bruises and stuff on the child. So I don't know what's going on in that house. I mean, shit, Martell did the same thing to Tank, right? Did we find that out? A lot of times these men will take out their anger and frustration on the kids. Y'all know Martell drew blood from Mel's son, Tank, and that was also put in the court documents because we covered that here, where he hit him with a back scratcher, and he was also given corporal punishment, they call it in court. Y'all know we... Belt to ass is what he was giving them. And it was a very abusive behavior. So prayers up, child, for the kids. That's where my heart goes out to the kids. And I hope that this situation works out well for them. Y'all please sound off on all the topics that we discussed. And let me know what y'all think about it, okay? What did we talk about today? The Disney cruise ship situation where child SEX trafficking was discovered with Disney. The Disney cruise, the new law that's been implemented in Houston, Texas, you guys, where landlords are going to be charged $2,500 a day for not fixing things in the apartments, you guys, for not doing repairs. Let me know what you guys feel about Stefan Diggs, BBL chef, still speaking out and exploiting all of the side chicks, okay, because she's mad and bitter. Let me know what y'all think about the apology that was set by Lil Fizz from B2K to Omarion, his bandmate. Also, Jamie Foxx announcing that he has a baby on the way with his Caucasian girlfriend, okay, after he has deemed he would not date or mess with white women anymore. Weird, right? We also talked about D.O. Whisperer and his case update with T.S. Madison. You guys can sound off on that. We also talked about Dr., if we can call her that, Cheyenne Bryant, who has lied about her credentials being lost from said university that she attended. Can't nobody find shit nowhere because the school ain't there no more. Yeah, okay, girl. Ralph and Drew, we talked about that. We also talked about Wendy Williams' ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, and his side piece, Sharina Hudson. So we had a lot of topics. I didn't think I was going to get through all of them this morning, but we were able to do so. But thank you guys for joining this live. Let me get back to my main screen again. Keep bringing in, keep putting the happy birthdays in there for Brits Block. Okay, we love Brits Block over here. She is definitely always welcome to stop by anytime. So shout out to you, Brits Block, and all of my content creators in the chat. Let's go ahead and call them out, okay, because we're gonna get out of here. Let's see. Astute Queen B. I know she's usually in the bushes, okay? But shout out to her. Black women in the building, Miss Dee Dee, Simple Mom Family TV. Marcella, if you're in here, thanks for being here. Jonetta Speaks, JCD Creation, Shay P, Shay Renee, Queen Speaks TV, Deary Talk. I think I saw her in here as well. Shout out to you. Schoolboy, Justin T, please. I saw you in here. Thanks for being here. Of course, Brits Block, okay? This is her birthday. Shout out to you. And I think that was all I saw. Thank you all for joining. Of course, my top flight mods, Tiffany Thomas, Rose Armstead, and True TV Podcast. Thank you guys for doing an awesome job. Of course, all my Caramelians. Thank you guys, all 200 and something of you guys in here this morning. I appreciate it for y'all spending y'all morning with me, okay? For Car Chronicles, please like this video, hype up this video, leave comments, let me know what y'all feel about the show today, okay? I will see you guys later on because I am off today. I'm going to an event at my son's school, so I'll be popping in and out to give you guys more news that I know you guys can use today. All right, let's get our song up. All right, Miss Brits Block made for our channel. Okay, let's get that up. Until the next video, bye.
Hey. Yeah. You already know what time it is. It's your girl. Caramel, let them know. Yeah, you know it's your girl Caramel. Yeah, you know it's your girl Caramel. Stay coming through, giving all the people hell. She got the dopest type of tea, can't you tell? If you want the real spill, ring that bell. Join the Caramelian crew right now. Whole squad lit, we don't back down. Kick back, relax, enjoy the show. But hit that like button though. Stepping in the room, whole vibe shift quick. Pressure on 10, yeah, the tea stay thick. No cap, no filter, straight facts I spit. If it's hot in the streets, I'm addressing it. Caramel dripping, sweet but savage. Mic in my hand, I do real damage. Common Class section jumping, crew stay active. Caramellian gang interactive. I don't sugarcoat, I tell my lies. Real recognize real every time I slide. If the drama too loud, I ain't amplified. Cause you know that she's a vibe, certified. Yeah, you know it's your girl Caramel. Stay coming through, giving all the people hell. She got the dopest piping tea, can't you tell? If you want the real spill, ring that bell. Join the Caramellian crew right now. Whole squad lit, we don't back down. Kick back, relax, enjoy the show. But hit that like button though. Like coming, subscribe. We outside. Like coming, subscribe. We outside. Caramellian crew worldwide. Turn the volume up real loud. She a whole mood, no doubt. Yeah, it's your girl, Caramel. Stay vibing, stay subscribed. Let them know.